On April 20th, 2021, at approximately 3:46 p.m., Officer Kegel observed a silver Nissan making an illegal overtaking maneuver and driving against the flow of traffic on GA 92. The vehicle nearly collided with another vehicle turning left. After both vehicles turned left onto Dallas-Ackworth Highway, the silver Nissan stopped in the right turn lane. Officer Kegel approached the driver, a young black man, and instructed him to move into a parking space to avoid causing a traffic hazard. As Kegel returned to his patrol car, the driver sped away. Believing the driver may have misunderstood his instructions, Officer Kegel began a pursuit.
CMI 2055. Do me a favor and let's go right there off the entrance here.
As the pursuit continued, it became clear the driver had no intention of stopping. Trooper Kegel notified dispatch, reporting the pursuit as the driver reached 110 miles per hour in a 45 miles per hour zone. The suspect vehicle also repeatedly failed to maintain its lane. As the vehicle approached Homestead Drive, the driver slowed to avoid a collision with a turning vehicle. With a busy intersection ahead, Trooper Kegel decided to perform a pit maneuver. He safely guided both vehicles to the left shoulder, avoiding secondary collisions. The pit caused the vehicles to sideswipe and stop. Trooper Kegel then ordered the suspect out of the car, onto the ground, and cuffed him after he complied.
I'm just trying to go home, bro. Come on. Why did you run from me? Why the fuck did you have to run from me? Bro. Please not tell my mom. Please, bro. Please let me call her. You ain't have to do all that. Oh my God. But what the fuck? Why did you have to run from me? Because I don't have. Why did you have to run from me? I don't have my license. That's all, dude? Yes, but I don't have my license. I ain't know what else to do. I ain't want to go to jail. This is my mom's car. What do you mean? This is my mom's car. Look what you did. Look what you did. Why you have to run from me? Because cops always trying to arrest me. You have a license on you? No, I don't have it on me.
The driver was later identified as Jaden Mecky Hamilton, who claimed he fled because he feared being caught for driving without a license. What began as a minor traffic violation escalated into a serious incident. The next following incident occurred in Coweta County near kilometer 44 on Interstate 85 heading south. A high-speed chase exceeding 140 miles per hour ensued when the driver lost control and fled into the woods. On July 10, 2021, at approximately 1:38 a.m., Officer Nolan received a report of a pursuit that had begun in Coweta County near mile 44 on Interstate 85 heading south. While on radar, he observed the vehicle approaching him. The driver switched off their headlights, crossed the median, and entered Interstate 185 heading south. Officer Nolan quickly pursued the vehicle second in the chase.
33, 752 for 1080, 85 southbound for 23. Clear, blacked out, getting on 185. on West Lane. PM6.
A few minutes later, Officer Nolan pulled ahead and took the lead in the pursuit. The suspicious vehicle continued south on Interstate 185 at over 140 miles per hour in a 70 miles per hour speed zone, still without its headlights on, endangering other drivers. As Officer Nolan got closer, the driver switched the headlights back on but continued to flee, escalating the situation. Near mile marker 45, a Troup County deputy deployed spike strips from the west shoulder, but the suspect swerved and avoided them.
Good. Most recent location they've given us is mile marker 45. Range 756, what's your status?
We're still southbound, still up on 34. I'm trying to get around it.
Battle.
Alright, I ain't saying about 8 never mind, we're driving back out of it. We're driving back out. We're still southbound. He tried to exit at 34. Alright.
Throughout the chase, the suspect repeatedly swerved across lanes, braking sharply to prevent Officer Nolan from closing in and attempting a roadblock. Despite numerous attempts to locate his patrol car for a PIT push-in maneuver, Sergeant Nolan was unsuccessful. At exit 34 onto Highway 18, the suspect suddenly attempted to exit the highway but lost control, causing the vehicle to spin several times. The vehicle then veered off the highway and into a ditch, but the suspect regained control, rejoined the highway, and proceeded to the westbound exit onto Highway 18.
Clear, you turn in the median, back to the interstate.
Alright, we're getting back on 85. Back on 85. I got a deputy, somebody behind me.
Y'all going northbound or southbound?
We're back southbound.
We're on southbound.
Alright, Lagrange, he just rear-ended me. I just 1050. He's still...
Officer Nolan attempted to accelerate to perform the pit maneuver, but the suspect repeatedly braked sharply and turned the vehicle around, rendering all his attempts unsuccessful.
Alright. I just touched him again. Alright, he's still in it.
So I'll take time. Yeah, go for it.
After several attempts to perform a pit maneuver that the suspect evaded, Sergeant Nolan finally successfully executed 2 pit maneuvers, forcing the vehicle to pull over to the west side of the road. The suspect attempted to return to the highway but was pushed into the woods, crashing into a tree. After the suspect fled on foot, Officer Nolan pursued and apprehended him in the woods. The other passengers in the back also had their car windows smashed and were apprehended by other officers as they attempted to flee the vehicle. Both suspects are currently being held in custody and are under investigation on multiple charges. This was likely a tiring night for the officers, but fortunately, there were no casualties in such a high-speed chase. The following incident follows a thrilling pursuit of a wanted criminal. The events began on Thursday, November 21, 2023, when Corporal Tyler Gentry was patrolling Highway 67 in Miller County, Arkansas, when he spotted a black 2004 Chevrolet Cavalier tailgating him. He turned to stop the vehicle as it turned left onto County 53rd Street. Corporal Gentry approached the passenger side of the vehicle, and when questioned, the driver stated he didn't have his driver's license and wanted to go to a house down the street to get one. The officer asked him to write down his name and date of birth. He wrote that his name was Jerry Braxton. After looking up Jerry Braxton's name in the ACIC system, Corporal Tyler Gentry began to suspect he was lying, so he called Sergeant James Jones for assistance. After his fingerprints were scanned and identified as Jerry Beard, Sergeant Jones ordered Beard out of the car. The driver became agitated, shifted gears, and sped away from the officers.
We're headed out back towards 67. He's in the vehicle.
The driver sped across a grassy hill to reach Highway 67, accelerating to speeds of 100 to 120 miles per hour, recklessly swerving into opposite lanes and dangerously cutting across in front of other vehicles. Officers attempted to increase speed to close the gap, but were unable to catch up. Meanwhile, information about the driver's direction was continuously relayed to support units, preparing them for a response. When Gentry officers caught up with the driver, he repeatedly attempted to perform a pit maneuver, but the driver evaded them. Nevertheless, plans for a quick stop were meticulously devised to end the chase promptly. While Gentry police continued searching for an opportunity to execute the next pit maneuver, support units deployed a strip of spikes to deflate the suspect's tires. However, the driver detected the plan from a distance and successfully swerved to avoid the spikes. At a wide intersection, Gentry police decided to perform a decisive pit maneuver with a series of collisions and encirclement by supporting police cars, forcing the vehicle to a halt. Officers quickly approached the suspect's vehicle.
Get the fuck out! Oh, no! Get the fuck out! Get the fuck out! You get the fuck out! Okay! Get the fuck out! Hands up! Calm! Calm! Calm, you fucking big ass! I'll fuck you up, bitch! Passengers out! Passengers out! Passengers! Passengers! Get out! Passengers side! Get out! Okay. Stupid ass! Okay. Put your hands on your back! Okay. What? 22!
Mr. Beard was taken into custody and transported to the Miller County Jail where he was booked. He was charged with felony fleeing, a parole violation, and other offenses. Mr. Beard is being held at the Miller County Jail on a $10,000 bond. A seemingly ordinary traffic stop revealed the truth about a wanted criminal on the run, perhaps a major success for the police officers. Now, let's move on to a shocking chase in Michigan where a gunman fled the scene, causing a multi-vehicle crash that resulted in his death. At approximately 12:09 p.m. on December 26, 2023, officers from the Warren Police Department, operating under the Michigan State Police, conducted a traffic stop on a red 2015 Chevrolet Cruze near Van Dyke and Stevens Road. The vehicle had been pulled over due to an expired license plate. Officers approached the Chevy and made contact with the driver, who was later identified as 24-year-old Maurice Kelly. The officers explained the reason for the stop and requested identification. However, the driver informed them that he did not have any identification on him.
The window broke.
Can you put the car in park?
Here's the park.
So the reason I stopped you is because the plate's expired on the car. Yeah.
I'm just coming from work.
Oh yeah? Is this your car?
No, it's my girlfriend. I live down the
Okay.
street.
Do you have your license with you and
No.
registration?
I don't have my license.
Nothing? Alright. Is your girlfriend's car?
Yeah, she down the street. She got her license.
Where at? Okay.
Literally, I'm just coming from work.
Where do you work at?
Literally, look.
Okay. What I gotta have you do is just hop out for me real quick, man, just because you don't have your license on you, okay? Nope.
Officers then instructed the driver to step out of the Chevy. Instead, the driver shifted gears and sped away from the scene, fleeing from police.
Still westbound on Wood, Blackmail Drive. And he's 10-15 into the grass, north on Lawrence. He's in the grass, jumping back down northbound. Dreads? Dreads. 20 short dreads. And headed to 10 Mile. Blackmail, Indian Bill, dreads. Tattoos, smoke arms. Whoever's walking up there. Center line's blocking. It's up in the grass. Just parallel. All right, we got the lead again from center line. He's jumping through the grass just south of 10 and east on Lawrence. Somebody go to Sherwood in 10 Mile for me. All right, we're by that apartment complex just east of Sherwood.
Officers initiated a pursuit as the Chevy headed north on Lawrence, just south of 10 Mile Road in center line. During the chase, the driver jumped the curb and weaved through surrounding areas before returning to the main road and continuing to flee at high speeds.
All right, who's ever on Mount Block for us? Give him some roll. Yep. Traffic over. Through Mount. Speed's 80 coming up to Ryan.
At 10 Mile and Ryan, the suspect disregarded a solid red traffic signal for westbound Ryan and struck a Ford 150 and then a Penske box truck. Officers immediately requested fire department personnel and attempted to rescue the driver. The driver was then pronounced deceased at the scene. Warren fire personnel found a handgun that was recently reported stolen in a neighboring city on the front floorboard of the Chevy during the rescue operation. No other motorists were injured. It was a horrific ending, causing significant property damage and loss of human lives. And perhaps the drivers of the vehicles the suspect hit didn't even have time to understand what had happened to them. Saying goodbye to the unfortunate driver, we continue with another incident in Arkansas where police pursued a stolen vehicle. The incident occurred on Thursday, June 23, 2022, at approximately 11:13 p.m. Sergeant Jacob Bird was stopped on the right shoulder of northbound Highway 430 near Mile 2 when he observed a 2010 blue Toyota Corolla moving continuously in the far left lane without overtaking. The temporary license plate was illegible due to being loosely attached and fluttering in the wind. Sergeant Bird caught up with the vehicle and attempted to stop. The driver immediately fled, and a chase ensued, with the suspect driving recklessly at speeds exceeding 100 miles per hour. During the pursuit, Trooper Bird attempted several times to execute a tactical vehicle intervention, TVI, but the driver successfully avoided each attempt. Despite this, the plan to continue using the TVI to stop the vehicle remained in place. After realizing he couldn't outrun the Arkansas State Police, the driver veered off the road and stopped in the tree line. He fled on foot, and Trooper Bird saw a black male suspect running into the woods. North Little Rock Police, with a K-9 unit, attempted to track him but couldn't apprehend him. Inside the vehicle, officers found an iPhone and paperwork that could help identify the driver. The next day, the car's registered owner reported it stolen to North Little Rock Police. However, when she spoke to Arkansas State Police, her account differed from her original statement to Little Rock Police.